Hey, I ain't got no paper. Can you spot me a drink? Get out the damn way.
Alright, first step on this, we are going to be pulling the entire interior out, getting this old harness bar, getting carpet out, and getting ready to put some plates and boxes in to set the cage on. I saw you put that in, that's so sick. Is that factory IS300 stuff, like bracket or whatever?
Yeah, just with the side brackets, all you needed.
CJ, this is player shit right here.
Alright, this is fully gutted. We got all the sound deadening out. We got all the plastics out that we got to remove. We're going to be keeping the whole interior in this thing, so we're going to be cleaning all that up. But right now the plan is to build some good boxes that sit right about here so that the passenger entrance isn't too intruded on by the main hoop. Right up there on that little corner, we're going to be putting some pads up there. And then we're trying to figure out, because we want to run a bar right up here, remove these, and drop it down, but we got just a lot of stuff in our way for that, and the trunk here is not looking too much better, so we're just trying to figure out how we want to run this. But at least the front half of it is all figured out. We can start building the boxes and pads for that. In worst case, if for some reason we can't figure it out, we've seen people run them here, but we really want to keep the passenger entrance open so that he can go 4 deep on track and eventually throw some bucket seats back here. This thing is going to be the ultimate 4-door drift.
Trying to run me down?
Alright, let's see how these fit in various places. These are hot as fuck. Oh yeah. So this one, we'll probably go right here. We'll probably just hammer that flatter. Yep. That'll be a perfect spot for that. And then back here. So we'll want to notch, you know, cut this out. We'll draw a little line so that that goes and sits flush over up against that. And then from there, we'll just need pads that drop like this. So we'll cut them to like 5 inches tall. So imagine this was touching down here, and then we cut this out so that now it goes down and sits in here. And we'll just build literally a box just like this. And we'll grind down the outside, and then it should literally notch and just sit right where it wants to. So yeah, let's work on getting these all done. All right, we got a game plan. We're gonna get some metal cut up. Me and Gary are working on building the cage boxes. He's grinding that piece up. This piece is getting pretty close to fitting in. We got all the metal cleaned up right here, ready for these to drop in. There's no tacks, just notches. We got these 2 plates sitting right where we want them. We're going to be putting a plate right here on top. We got to take some of the height out of there so that it's level with the frame rail. These boxes are good. Alright, Gary's prepping up the plates for the boxes we built. These are almost ready to go in. I'm going to start drawing our perimeter for the hoop onto some cardboard and get ready to bend that guy up. Box. Looking pretty good. We got this one all tight. Sitting in there flush. Getting this one ready. Over there. That is box number 2. Obviously there's some tall edges right up here, but we're going to be cutting that down after we weld on it. Other box over here, all done. So now with these we're going to start building the hoop. Come right where this light is. But I'm going to get going on making some measurements and figuring out how exactly we want to fit this. I've just drawn the borders of where we're going to be bending the cage. That is basically the inside roof structure with the interior in on the IS right here. So that right there is this shape. So that I can bend the whole tube out there. I don't have to even bring it in here in and out 10 times. Plus I'm going to have a bunch of extra slack down here, so that way I can just bend it up over there, get it cut to size, everything, and then when we bring it over here it'll just fit right in how we need it. So Gary is over there. He's welding in those boxes that we made for right there and there. Once we got those in, I took a measurement across the distance of the outside of the two. That way we can just know exactly how wide the cage can be. And yeah, I'm just gonna double check all my measurements now that I've made them. Make sure that all of this is exactly how it looks on the cardboard. And if that's the case, I'm gonna start writing down measurements on how I want to bend the tubes up, how tight we want to make it, and figure all of that out. We'll go get some beauty shots of Gary welding though. How's she looking?
Looking pretty.
Oh yeah.
Pretty decent. Doesn't look too bad.
We got this one fully welded up, looking super good. We're gonna have to weld up the outsides and then grind all the excess metal down. These things are gonna be looking sweet when they're all in the car. Alright, I've drawn out the inside of the IS300. This lower line is the final version. These right here are where the pads are going to sit. So this whole thing right here is our overall hoop. That's exactly the shape it needs to be to fit in the car. Right now, I am going to start figuring out the exact angles that I want to measure and bend the bars to. This will be a much tighter angle, but I'm going to start pretty much on these two uppers up here, bending outward from the center of the tube, and we'll just slowly fold it into place where it needs to land. Get it sitting on these pads down there, and then we'll get it notched into the car.
Oh shit. The wire out.
Well, look at what I just did. This thing came off the wire, but luckily, if I just do that and take this wire, watch this, the green light comes on. Look at that. Fixed. Look here. Perfect. Right inside our boundaries. So right about here, we're gonna fold it down to shoot to right there. But that first bend went good. Unfortunately, the jack decided to blow out, and now it's leaking hydraulic fluid everywhere. So let's hope it has enough to do 4 more bends tonight, and then we will sort the issue out in the morning. Yeah, this thing's fucking leaving a murder scene, dude. All right, today at Justin's Fab School, I show you how to fuck up a piece of tubing by making it too narrow. It definitely follows the body lines really well, and it lands on the pads a little narrower than we needed it to be, but we wanted this thing to really tuck up there, so I'm actually gonna rebuild this main hoop. I'm sure we'll repurpose this for either some other build or some other part of this cage, but I'm gonna do the exact same bends because, as you can see, they really follow the body line perfectly. I just need to stretch them out about an inch. Probably gonna play it safe and not fuck up another one and go too wide, and probably just go about an inch wider, so that way we have about a finger gap, or maybe just like a finger and a half right there, and get that thing a little bit wider. But sits on these nice boxes that Gary just ground down. Oh yeah, super smooth. We just quickly built up a second hoop just to get it to fit in here a little bit better. Oh, that width looks pretty good. We got the hoop all put in. You can see that tolerance is freaking nice and tight all the way around. Doors open and closed still. Gary's over there welding up those plates for the door bars. We got that one all in. Hoop's looking real good. So our plan right now is tomorrow we're gonna run these rear bars back to the trunk, and then from there we'll be able to drop the cage down, full weld all the tops, and then we'll do the harness bar and everything, and then after that we'll put the cage back up into place and do the door bars. But we're about to call it a night. We just got one more pad to weld in once he's done over there, and then time to clean up. It's been a long day working on this thing, but probably another day or two and we'll have this thing all ready for Spooky Drift coming up here in October at Honda Musselman. We'll see this car out there and a whole bunch of our other buddies out there driving. We'll try to go out and get some media for them. Maybe even take the white car, but we'll just have to see how it goes. All right, what's up guys? Day 2 of the cage build on Gary's IS300. We already got started. Kind of forgot to film a little, but I'm out here. I marked some holes on where I want to drill to drop the cage to. We're going to be building some boxes right here to sit on the rear wheel tubs. The cage is going to drop right through, but I'm having some problems with the hole saw wanting to actually cut through the metal. It just broke my drill bit, so I'll try again. That's how they usually work, bro. I was like, I don't know what the fuck happened on that other. All right, that hole turned out pretty good. This one, because it's on this side of the car, none of my tools can get in there. No way. Guys, I'm stupid. The head on this one flips, or the guard. The guard on my other one does not. All right, so I think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in there just like this. I'm stupid. So baller!
Bro, this is so sick.
All right, we just threw these rear seats in here. Got the harness bar built up. This thing is gonna be right in the passenger's face, right about here. It's gonna be sweet. Got the holes drilled out.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Yeah, it's really not. I was a little worried about it sitting over the head,
yeah,
but like
helmet hitting, but no. I mean, like, you're not driving like this. I mean,
yeah, because we were gonna lean it back more, but we wanted like passenger space was like the biggest.
This is perfect, and the other seat's still sitting in the same position as this
Yeah,
one.
it's the same. That one's on sliders, so it might
yeah,
run
you
into
can-
it every night. Like, but you'll just have to whatever.
Slide it forward.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be one of the cooler cages I've done. Yeah, it's gonna be so sick.
I'm gonna have to pay you to do mine now.
I want more big cars, dude. I like getting to do stuff like Miatas. There's such a tight frame of like what you can actually do, I feel like.
Yeah, it's basically all relatively the same across each Miata.
Yeah, like there's a
Can't
couple
change it up.
differences, but like, yeah, this one's like a lot crazier. Like the Volvo was so fun. I had so much room to work with in the Volvo.
know you can bring the whole welder in there with you.
I know, I got the bottle in there, fucking. See how these boxes are coming out. Carrie's got this one. Just about all tacked up. This one's almost done too. I'm gonna grind out some more sheet metal up here just to give the cage some more room. And then after that, we're gonna be welding all the tubes in, finalizing everything. All right, I got the first rear bar set into place, just kind of sitting there right up on the hoop. And that's pretty much how it's gonna go in. All right, Gary's taping up the roof so that we don't burn holes in the headliner. And we're about to tack this first rear bar that drops on down to this pad in. Oh, it's always on grind whenever I need it to be on weld. We just tacked in the harness bar, threw the seats back in. You can literally hop in this thing, no hands necessary. We got the upper bar in, and this thing is looking so freaking good. Let's see up here, that follows the roof line perfectly and just traces right back here behind the stock seats. We still even got the stock seat belts right there, and it just drops in right behind. But yeah, this is going to be the ultimate daily drifter. I could not think of a better freaking car for it. All right, we are still grinding up on the cage. We are almost done. They got the bottoms down there welded. We're about to drop it off the boxes. This is all cut up. I'm about to go make the last cuts in the trunk. So this box is still installed. And I've already got that one out and the cage is floating. So after this, we'll drop it down. We'll be able to full weld it up. That's it. Cage is dropped, pads are out. These are ready to get fully welded up. And this is ready to slide on back. And now, look at that. All the room. All up there. Just gotta get this side out. Got the cage down. Gary's about to finish welding this thing up.
Technically,
it's looking good. This is so loud. I feel so bad for my neighbors. We're about to call it a night, but we got the tops fully welded, got the cage put back up on the pads. Pads are all tacked in, cage is tacked in. Besides that, we got the rear seats put back in just for storage reasons, but this thing is coming out great. We got the backs all tacked in as well, but we're gonna finish this thing up tomorrow and get Gary on his way home with the newly caged IS300. What's up, guys? It is now Sunday, day 3 of working on the roll cage for the IS300. Gary's in the back welding the pads into the car. I'm down here on fire control, keeping the seam sealer from burning up the wheel wells too bad with this spray bottle of water. And these things are coming out freaking saucy.
Not too bad.
That looks good.
Stitch welds.
I'm gonna just go start bending up the door bars right now. I got them both cut out. Just gotta take some more measurements, and then I'll keep coming and checking every so often on wheel wells. All right, watch how much this cylinder right here is gonna piss out while I bend this second door bar. Not too bad. This looks good. He's getting the cage welded in. He's got these boxes just about done. Oh, you already got the tops. They are done. Sick. After this, he's got some of the rear pads. We got harness bar, and I've got these 2 door bars fully made up, bent, notched, and ready to go in. I already got the metal cleaned up here. Just got to get the cage over there. We'll be ready to throw those in, and that's just going to be the lower level of the door bar. After that, we're going to be adding a second hoop up there, and then probably some verticals to try to make it look like a nice fully caged car. All right, that's the door bars. We got them pretty good. They're just tacked in right now. Gary's got the cage up here fully welded in. We just got harness bar, door bars, and then he's got to finish up a little bit in the rear. But those things are looking pretty spicy. And that's just the bottom half. There's going to be a second bar that comes off, ties back into the hoop even higher up. Looking good. What's up, guys? It is Sunday night, basically Monday morning. I got work in like 5 hours, but me and Gary just tonight completely finished building the entire cage. I've got this all tacked up, ready for Gary to weld in tomorrow. And the reason Gary's welding all this is just his first roll cage. It's his car, and he's in welding school, so I told him that I'd do him the homie hookup and kind of let him learn as he goes. I'd bend it up for him and kind of give him some guidance while he does all of the welding himself. I've had to help out in a couple spots with some of the boxes, getting it to sheet metal. I know it is tough, but all I've been doing for him is just popping these little tacks in, and he's gonna come in tomorrow. Got some nice clean notches to weld all the way around. Gotta pull this interior back out, make sure these seats can even get out, but this cage is looking so freaking good. I don't know these cars too well, but he says this is the best IS300 cage he's ever seen, just because it keeps headliner, back seats, full interior. It doesn't intrude on the passengers. It has the harness bar in their face, but that's just part of the ride. You know, grab onto it like a roller coaster. But yeah, even the driver's seat, I mean, let me show you this. This thing's fully caged, right? These seats are not at all where they're supposed to be. But this thing's fully caged and with no hands. I can just hop in here and just go for a ride. Plenty of room for my helmet to go on if I was a passenger, and this even sits down a little bit lower, so that distance isn't too bad. But yeah, gotta say, I couldn't be much happier with how this cage came out. This IS has been through some shit, but Gary knows how to get down, and he's gonna put this cage to good use. I haven't even sat in one of the front seats since putting these in, but look at this. Right on in. You kind of sit on it, hopping in. It's no problem. But we're gonna call it a wrap for tonight. Gary left a few hours ago. I just finished up the door bars for him so he can weld it tomorrow, and I'll help him throw the interior back in and get him on his way. That's another cage in the books for us. Probably about my 10th one, and I gotta say, they just keep getting better. But that's it for tonight. right, and that is Gary's cage, all done. Empty spot in the driveway, ready for another job to come on in. I gotta say, that one turned out pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching the whole thing. And if you ever need any media, fabrication, graphic design, really anything, just message us, hit us up on Instagram, and we'll see what we can do.
I had those withdrawals of a heroin addict. I mean, it made me feel like one, so I decided that I wasn't going to drink and serve again because I didn't want that look. I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like the way I was being portrayed at that time. I just had to get off of it.